Ladies and gentlemen, the honor graduates of the Hart County High School class of 2012. Miss Pearl Kane, the class valedictorian, is unable to participate this evening. Please recognize her at this time for her achievement with your applause. Kwanzaa Brianna Daniel, Salutatorian. Matthew Edward Quinn, third honor graduate. Brandon Shannon Alexander and Christina Ann Zuki. Christopher Mark Ayers and Kimberly Teresa Wright. Brianna Paige Bailey and Travis Dre Weeks. Elanta Denise Battles and Gabrielle Bell Wampler. Emma Faith Brown and Hannah Beryl Staley. Madison Nicole Bolger and Sarah Frances Smith. Ashley Renee Campbell and Christopher Allen Sims. Catherine Elizabeth Carter and Mikhail Shaquille Sessoms. Casey Leanne Cleveland and Emily Jo Schleier. Nolan James Cleveland and Jenna Noel Sayer. Cameron James Karate and Lacey Diane Starr Reed. Caleb David Cox III and Hannah Noel Ramsey. Logan Paul Crooks and Trey Everett Pulliam. Dylan Cody Davis and Wilson Lee Pierce. Christy Lee Elrich and Megan Cheyenne Pierce. Rebecca Suzanne Foley and Sam Michael Perry. John Marcel Grant and Lindsay Marie Parton. Kayla Michelle Haley and Taylor Lee Parton. Kalisha Detrice Hudson and Deidre Lee Osborne. Timothy Zach Jones and Harley Marie McCurley. Chardravius Marquez Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, the honor graduates of the class of 2012. You may be seated. And now, Senior Class President, Mr. Dre Martin, with our welcome.
To the faculty and staff, friends, and to every family member, from our parents to our grandparents, to sisters and brothers, to aunts and uncles, all the way down to our many cousins. Our senior class of 2012 would like to welcome you to this momentous occasion in our lives. We thank you for being here with us to take part in the celebration of sweet endings and new beginnings. Thank you to my classmates for giving me the opportunity to serve as your president, and it has been an experience that I will always cherish in my heart. I wish the best to my classmates, and I pray that the Spirit of God will guide each of you all the days of your life. Congratulations, class of 2012.
Would everyone please rise for the presentation of colors? And now, Dr. Robert Brown, our principal. You may be seated.
Good evening. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve as principal at Hart County High School this year. Before coming to Hart County, as most of you know, this is my first year here. Before coming, I did a lot of research and I looked at test scores, every piece of data I could get my hands on. And then about this time last year, I had the opportunity to come up and meet the faculty and staff and tour the facility. What I didn't know at that time, and what I didn't know until we started school in August, is what great students we had and what truly remarkable people I was going to have an opportunity to work with. Within this senior class here tonight, we have many students that have achieved at very high levels, and we had some that we weren't sure were going to be with us tonight, but you've all made it. You've reached this milestone, and I commend you for finishing what you've started. At this time, I want to take just a minute to recognize some of the accomplishments of this senior class. We have several students who have worked hard and are eligible for the Hope Scholarship. We'd like to ask those students to stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you. We would also like to recognize students that are the recipients of individual scholarships. Will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. One of our individual scholarship winners has received the Quest Bridge National College Match Scholarship and will be attending Northwestern University this fall. This is the largest individual scholarship, valued at almost $250,000. It's the largest scholarship any individual from Hart County has ever received, and we would like Kwanzaa Daniel to stand and be recognized. The last piece of recognition for students this evening is that we have some students that have decided to join the armed services and will be fighting to defend our freedoms. Will those students please stand and be recognized? Parents, families, you're blessed to have been a part of raising some outstanding young people. I am proud to have had the opportunity to work with them this year, and I thank you for allowing me to work with them this year.
And now, Senior Class Vice President, Ms. Jolanda Sturgill with the invocation.
I'm just so happy. Good evening. I am Jolanda Sturgill. I'm very honored to serve as my class vice president. I have selected a poem written by G.B. McLean entitled New Beginnings. What a new beginning. Y'all bag up. New beginnings. It's only the beginning now, a pathway yet unknown. At times, the sound of other steps. Sometimes we walk alone. The best beginnings of our lives may sometimes end in sorrow. But even our darkest days, the sun will shine tomorrow. So we must do our very best, whatever life may bring, and look beyond the winter chill to smell the breath of spring. Although the cares of life are great and heads are bowed so low, the storms of life will leave behind the wonder of a rainbow. The years will never take away our chance to start anew. It's only the beginning, so dreams can still come true. Thank you.
Third honor graduate, Mr. Matthew Quinn.
How's everyone doing this evening? Let me just start by saying thanks to all my friends and family who have helped me along the way and who have always been there for me. Also, I want to thank all my teachers who have backed me up over the years and made it possible for me to be standing here before you all today. Welcome everyone to this bittersweet occasion celebrating this tremendous achievement we have made. It's sort of like a Sour Patch commercial. First it's sour, because we all realize that we are moving on from this place and may never see some of these people again. But then it's sweet, because we remember we're getting a lot of presents out of it. I'm just kidding. This really is a memorable moment and marks the next chapter of our lives. It was Ralph Waldo Emerson who said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Now it is time to leave that trail. Anyone who has been to a graduation before has probably heard of the conventional speech that always ends up saying, "Before me I see our country's future doctors, lawyers, and engineers," and so on and so on. Well, if you all don't mind, I would like to change that a little bit. Before me I see individuals who have each been blessed with many talents. I believe God has blessed each and every one of us with unique gifts that are meant to carry us throughout the rest of our lives. James 1:17 says, "Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of heavenly lights." Maybe that gift is strong intelligence, such as my fellow honor graduates here. Maybe it's great social skills, which may have gotten some of us into trouble over the course of high school, since talking in class is not always appreciated. Nonetheless, great social skills are some of the most valuable skills you can possess. What good is it to be the smartest person in the world when you can't communicate your ideas or be able to prove your genius? Social skills are what allow us to communicate with our peers. Perhaps your talent is dreaming. Yeah, I know, it sounds a little corny or weird to have the talent of an overactive imagination. But seriously, dreamers are the people who brought our society out of the Stone Age. Benjamin Franklin was a dreamer. Where would we be if he never dreamed of flying kites in thunderstorms? Or how about a more modern reference? Where would we be if Ricky Bobby had never dreamed of going fast? Okay, maybe we'd be just fine. But still, I bet to someone out there, Ricky Bobby is a role model. Not naming any names, Dre Martin. Maybe some of you out there feel as though you have been dealt a bad hand and that you don't have some of the more recognized talents like sports, music, or intelligence. But the truth is, you have some other gift unique to you that makes you just as good as everyone else. And you can succeed in life and in any career just as everyone around you. You know, our class song mentions, "Now it all seems so clear," but I beg to differ. If anything, I am more confused now than I was at any point throughout school. I'm sure many of you can agree. All those petty questions we used to ask ourselves. What am I going to wear? Did I study for that test today? Or what will I eat for lunch? Which we always knew the answer was chicken. Now these questions are just pushed out of the way and replaced with questions like, what am I doing with my life? There is no quick or easy answer to this. The best thing to remember is that God has a plan for our lives, and that's where our talents come into play. Perhaps our talents are undiscovered at this point, but believe me, they will uncover themselves when we need them the most. Each and every one of us has the power and the tools to make a difference in the world. It's time to move on to the next chapter of our lives and to make a name for ourselves. It's time to create that trail. It's been a great ride, but it isn't over just yet. Remember the talents that God has blessed you with and use them to conquer the world. Congrats, class of 2012.
Class Salutatorian, Ms. Kwanzaa Daniel.
Good evening. What is there to say to the people I've spent my high school career with? What could I say about high school that we don't already know? Is there any way that I couldn't be cliche or played out when addressing my class? The class that is single-handedly ending the world, my class of 2012. We've spent the last few years thinking we had forever, but we were mistaken. When we walk away from this campus tonight, there is nothing holding us back from our journey into the real world. Everything we have been taught has hinged upon this moment. We didn't learn how to write checks or write in cursive in 3rd grade because it would make us feel smarter or older. It was to prepare us for something bigger, and such is the same for the past 4 years of high school. So here it is, simply, without the Albert Einstein and Dr. Seuss quotes, without the favorite TV shows when we were kids, without the stupid things we've done as freshmen and as seniors, without the cliched spread your wings and fly phrases, without all of the things we've come to expect out of a graduation speech, we are here. There is nothing that anyone can do to take away what we've had here. Sure, it wasn't always beautiful and fun and entertaining. Sometimes it was rather ugly. We've shed tears over big things and smaller things. We've said words to intentionally hurt each other. We've gone places and done things we've had no business doing. There have been times of disrespect, dishonor, and disloyalty. But that does not go to say that there haven't been times when we laughed so hard we collapsed on the floor in tears. We've been too loud without a care in the world. We've had those days when nothing could go wrong. We've danced in the hallways like no one was watching. We've gone down the road with the windows down and Drizzy or Rihanna or Blake Shelton or Wheezy, or Taylor Swift, or just the radio blaring like nothing else mattered. We've stayed up until 4 a.m. watching movies, playing video games, and talking in the hopes that the sun wouldn't rise again and it'd be early morning forever. Some of us have made sacrifices that we rather wouldn't have, cut corners where we shouldn't have, spent money that we didn't have, and missed opportunities that we should have grabbed. Tonight, we honor the journey as a whole. We honor who we were when we stepped through those doors as a student for the first time. We honor who we are now because of this journey, and we honor who we will be. Much of what we honor tonight has been contingent on the decisions we've made, but the rest is indebted to those who have helped along the way. Our Heavenly Father, our faculty, our families, and our friends have all contributed to making our lives what they are today. All that's left now is the leaving part. Some of us believe that physically leaving this town will act as an eraser, but nothing can be farther from the truth. No matter how we feel about the things that have happened here, the memories aren't going anywhere. These memories aren't the kind that vanish with distance or even time for that matter. Although we've come to the end of the road, still we can't let go. Honestly, the leaving is the best part. High school might have taught us a lot of things, but it doesn't have the capacity to teach us everything. Leaving means we get to step out on our own legs, our own feet, with our own hearts and minds led by God to make our own paths. Leaving means taking real-life chances and making real-life mistakes. Leaving is the only way we can make it to bigger, brighter, better, and more beautiful adventures. And before we embark on those adventures, wherever they take us, let us remember that we'll never have this moment again. I salute you, my class of 2012, because tonight we are young. So let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun tonight. Thank you.
And now for the class song September, featuring a performance including two of our seniors, Bobby Dickerson and Jordan Hicks.
All right. Out of time, passed away, all the troubles that we gave, and all those days that spent how probably. That's all gone to waste, all the promises we made. One thought every man was just the same. All the things I still remember. Summers never look the same. Time goes by and time passes by. There's only less September. We still bear on the rain. No rules but everything. Resting now on how this could have been. With you.
And now our superintendent, Mr. Jerry Bell, will lead us in the delivery of the diplomas. Kwanzaa Brianna Daniel. Matthew Edward Quinn. Brandon Shannon Alexander. Christopher Mark Ayers. Brianna Paige Bailey. Elanta Denise Battles. Emma Faith Brown. Madison Nicole Bolger. Ashley Renee Campbell. Catherine Elizabeth Carter. Casey Leanne Cleveland. Nolan James Cleveland. Cameron James Karate. Caleb David Cox III. Logan Paul Crooks. Dylan Cody Davis. Christy Lee Elrich. Rebecca Suzanne Foley. John Marcel Grant. Kayla Michelle Haley. Kalisha Detrice Hudson. Timothy Zach Jones. Chardravius Marquez Martin. Harley Marie McCurley. Deidre Lee Osborne. Taylor Lee Partain. Lindsay Marie Parton. Sam Michael Perry. Megan Cheyenne Pierce. Wilson Lee Pierce. Trey Everett Pulliam. Hannah Noel Ramsey. Lacey Diane Starr Reed. Jenna Noel Sayer. Emily Jo Schleier. Mikhail Shaquille Sessoms. Christopher Allen Sims. Sarah Frances Smith. Hannah Beryl Staley. Gabrielle Bell Wampler. Travis Dre Weeks. Kimberly Teresa Wright. Christina Ann Zuki. Haley Nicole Adams. William J. Agnew. Paul Aiken. Deontay Allen. Waltavius Allen. Caitlin Noel Anchorage. Christine Elizabeth Appling. Mackenzie Leanne Argo. Susan Nicole Argo. Thomas David Atkinson. Edgar Ishmael Ayala. Garrett Bailey. Madison Marie Barnett. Christina M. Barron. Gregory Isaac Beckner. Jessie Marie B. Brady Blaylock. Levi Bradford. Bishop Jafar Brown. Caleb Scott Brown. Brandon Tyler Bryant. Clenard Ray Campbell. William Michael Kennedy. Francis Joel Candelario. Carly Lauren Carter. James Cade Carter. Jordan Terrell Carter. Shardaris Clark. Denisha Tierra Clintscales. Thomas Dominic Collins. Amber Lee Cook. Anthony Sharon Kraft. Dale Jordan Kraft. Darren Antonio Kraft. James Michael Curry. Robert Samuel Dickerson. Dallas Avery Dixon. Heather Susan Dudley. Davis Duncan. Stefan Eads. Austin J. Eaton. Lily Ann Eves. Timmy S. Elgin. Nicole Renee Elliott. Wesley B. Eppinger. Lauren Alexis Fain. Nolan Taylor Fellows. Brandon Fleeman. Selena Jane Forrester. Cody Foster. Mercedes Jean Fry. Demetrius Gaines. Tevin O'Brien Glaze. Cindy Katie Brianne Haygood. Jordan Gregory Hicks. Carter Nicole Leanne Higginbotham. Hunter Drake Holloway. Joshua Sloan Humphreys. Jaquada Denisha Jackson. Adrian Johnson. Nakisha Tavon Jones. Rod Jones. Takesha Rolanda Jones. Bethany Nicole Jordan. Haley Michelle Jordan. Kirby Dorsey Jordan. Brandon Lee Kearns. Adam Daniel Kirk. John Austin Kitts. Mentron Leverett. Chelsea Lindquist. Denisha Nicole Lindsay. Michael Robert Lombard. Jacob M. Martin. Jeffrey Dylan Martin. Kenneth Michael Matthews. Kenesha Chantrice Madison. Kiera Carbray McCann. Gabrielle Hope Minervino. Shaniqua Morris. Maya Doris Morrison. Jacob Darian Murphy. Michaela Muddett. Taquisha D. Nash. Tommy Eugene Newman. Jamie Oddister. Ryan Oglesby. Shabrion Kyrie Oglesby. Tarisha Shakari Oglesby. Mackenzie Lee Elias. Briandra Charlie Oliver. Joshua Parker. Ashley Pittard. Brittany Reese. Daniel Espinoza Rico. Alexa Ray Robertson. Brittany Gail Royston. Keandra Maisha Rucker. Takara Brianna Rucker. Mitchell Darrell Rumsey. Fatina Isadora Salinas. Caitlin Miranda Sanders. Benjamin Sharpton. Destiny Nicole Shaw. Jody Brooke Sigmund. Andrew Brady Stovall. Stephanie Brianna Sognavon. Dalton Powell Stowe. Jolanda Angelica Sturgill. Alex Temples. Karen Yasmin Vargas. Nathan Stephen Vaughn. Christian Gerardo Vasquez. Bradley Christian Wall. Isabella Trinity Watkins. William Jacob Wehunt. Tony Keith Wicker Jr. Jermisha Rochelle Wilkins. Summer Victoria Willis. Caitlin Brianna Wilson. Thomas Chichai Zong. Megan Ann Yancey. And Erica Lee Yates. And now Mr. Jerry Bell will lead us in the turning of the tassels.
On behalf of the Hart County Board of Education and as Superintendent of Hart County Schools, you are duly declared graduates of Hart County High School. You may turn your tassels.
And now Senior Class Treasurer, Ms. Lindsay Parton, for some closing remarks.
Now that we have graduated high school, we are all going to go our separate ways, whether it be college, the military, or right into work. Our diploma is the key to open many doors for our future, but it's up to you to use that key and make something of yourself. This is our last memory we will make together as our whole, so cherish it. As Luke Bryan says, put the good times in your pocket and let all the bad ones make you strong. Congratulations, 2012. We finished what we started.
She will be joined by our Senior Class Secretary, Mr. Wilson Pierce.
Would everyone please stand as the Hart County High School Senior Chorus sings our alma mater. Thank you, chorus. Will the graduates please join myself and Lindsay Parton in the throwing of our caps?